The world of The Walking Dead is constantly expanding. We have spin-offs, 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 and with that, we get more characters. We get new characters, but we might also get returning characters. So today, we're going to look at 10 Walking Dead characters that should appear in the new spin-offs, but more specifically, The Walking Dead, the ones who live. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Entertainment. Today, we are on CBR, and we're looking at an article with 10 Walking Dead characters that should appear in the new spin-offs. Now, we've already seen Dead City, we've already seen Daryl Dixon. That doesn't mean that these characters on this list can't appear in those shows, but I think we're looking at characters that could more specifically appear in the upcoming Rick show, which is the main show. Let's be honest, Rick Grimes, whatever show he's in, will always feel like the #1 Walking Dead show, the main show. The other ones are just going to feel like literal spin-offs. They're going to feel like backup shows. The Rick Grimes show is going to be the #1 show. So with that said, we are going to go through the 10 characters. Now keep in mind, I haven't seen The Walking Dead after season 8. I might know some of the names if they are from season 8 onwards, but I won't know that lot about them. I might recognise the name, I might recognise the face, but it's a new chapter for me. I'm still getting through the reviews here on the channel. We will be getting to season 8 probably by the end of the year, so I don't know. I'm not, apparently The Walking Dead sucks after season 8. I've not heard good things about it, but we will check it out on the channel. But for right now, we're going to see which 10 characters could appear in the new spin-offs. And we start off with Connie, who I'm not familiar with. I know that she has, I believe, a relationship with Daryl Dixon. I think she's still alive. I mean, she could be in one of the upcoming spin-offs. I guess it would make more sense for her to be in the Daryl Dixon show, considering that she does have that connection, that affiliation with Daryl Dixon. So if she's still alive, then I think the Daryl Dixon show is probably the one for her, considering, yeah, they were together. I believe they were together. I think she's still alive. Like I said, I'm not 100% sure. 9th place, we have Dwight. Dwight's an interesting character. He originally was on the original Walking Dead. Then after kind of betraying Negan, he jumped ship to Fear the Walking Dead, which, let's be real, the last season of that and a lot of seasons before it absolutely sucked. I don't think going on to Fear did Dwight's character any favours at all. In the original Walking Dead, I thought he was interesting enough. Could we see Dwight in one of the spin-offs? I mean, potentially, he could be in the upcoming... I mean, you could make a case for putting Dwight in all three. He's got the history with Negan, he's got the rivalry with Daryl, and he could just be in the new Rick one. So I think Dwight's a character that you could potentially be putting him in any of the three spin-offs. So I agree with that. Carol Pelletier. We don't have much respect for Carol on this channel. We know this is a character that we absolutely hate, but I think she is going to be a main character in Daryl Dixon season 2, so there's no point really debating or overthinking if she's going to be on the spin-offs. We know she's going to be in the spin-offs, and I do have a feeling that Carol and Daryl will eventually mould into the Rick spin-off. I think they're going to just combine all three of them probably after a few seasons, so I think that's what Carol's future holds. Annie, not familiar with Annie. Apparently it's Negan's wife. Makes sense. It's kind of how they do things now, Walking Dead. Every relationship is either mixed race or gay. I don't know if you've noticed this, but that's what the Walking Dead do. So, I mean, I guess it would make sense for her to come back. Could she be in Dead City? I mean, possibly. I don't really care. I don't know the character. Judith Grimes. I think it makes sense for Judith to be in the Rick show. I mean, it is his daughter as well. It could be Shane's daughter, but either way, I guess Rick is claiming her. Just like the claimers would go claimed. Rick has kind of claimed Judith as his own. I think it would make sense for her to be in the upcoming The Ones Who Live, and I think she should be in it. Makes sense to me. RJ Grimes, I mean, this one is definitely Rick's kid again. Like I said, all the relationships in The Walking Dead, they're either mixed race or they're fucking gay. It's like, they've got some weird thing going on where, like, white people can't exist and be together. Unless you're gay, then Aaron can, you know, he can have white dick up his ass, but other than that, no, you're not allowed to be white and date a white man or a white woman. Anyway, RJ Grimes, I mean, he's a kid. I think at least with Judith, she's at the age now where I just think you could do more interesting things with the character. She's more at the Carl Grimes age when I think Carl Grimes started to become good in the show. I think it was around season 4 when the actor was just getting older, and I just think he was becoming more responsible, more mature, and he was just better as a character. For me, Carl Grimes, at least in the first 2 seasons, he made the show almost unwatchable at points. Season 2, I fucking hated him. Season 3, he was a wee bit better. But I think for season 4 onwards, Carl becomes pretty good. And I think Judith's around that age. I think you could do good stuff with Judith. As for RJ, he's too young. I just don't see the point of having kid characters in these shows. They don't add anything for me. So it's a no. I'm going to say no. I'm not quite sure what age he'd be, considering there is going to be like time skips and stuff. But I think he's still going to be too young. So I would vote no on RJ Grimes. Ezekiel, another guy that got with Carol. I mean, another mixed race relationship. It's weird. Like, what are they doing here? Anyway, Ezekiel, boring. He's got a tiger. So what? I don't give a shit. I don't want to see this guy in any of the spin-offs. I think the Rick one makes sense, but I just don't like him. I don't think Ezekiel's that good of a character. So for me, I'm going to vote no. Morgan Jones. I think arguably one of the most overrated characters in The Walking Dead. This guy flip-flops. Like, if you watch wrestling, you know the Big Show, the 1 minute the guy's a heel, the next minute the guy's a face, good guy, bad guy, good guy, bad guy. Morgan Jones is like this. 1 minute he's a bad guy, I see red, and he must kill, and then the next minute, oh, you can't kill people, we got to save each other. This guy just constantly flips between I must kill everyone to no one must die. It's annoying. I don't like Morgan Jones. I think he done a great job in the first episode, and I think he's one of those characters that I kind of just wish did not come back. I don't think his stocks went up as a character. I don't think he's better after all these future appearances. I think if he was just in the original episode, I would think a lot more of Morgan than I currently do. I just don't think he's been that interesting since coming back. Up next we have Mo. I don't know who the hell Mo is. Apparently Mo is Morgan's daughter. Daughter with who? Who did Morgan get with? This is a character I can't really speak on. I don't know who Mo is, but she's number 2 on this list. And then coming into number 1, we have Madison Clark. Now, I get it, she's alive after Fear. She was the main character in Fear. There's no doubt in my mind that she was the Rick Grimes, essentially, of Fear the Walking Dead. But the problem for me is, I think Madison Clark, the actress that plays her, and I'm totally forgetting her name, Kim Dickens, I think she fucking sucks. I think she's a terrible actress. I think she's horrible. In terms of The Walking Dead and Fear the Walking Dead, if you look at the main characters, I think she's the worst actress by far. I think her acting absolutely sucks. I'm only on season 3. I've just finished season 3 of Fear the Walking Dead, but every scene that she's in that is supposed to be like a heartbreaking scene or like a reunion, she just does not deliver. Her acting is not good. I'm not a fan of Madison Clark. I'm not a fan of Kim Dickens, and I do not need to see her in a Walking Dead spin-off. I get it. Her and Rick on the same team, people might think that's great because you've got the leader of The Walking Dead with the leader of Fear the Walking Dead, you know, the two main characters of both shows combining together to be on the same side. I mean, I guess it's a cool moment, but Andrew Lincoln is just leagues above Kim Dickens in terms of acting. These two, they don't even deserve to be in the same show, let alone the same scene. I genuinely believe that. I think Andrew Lincoln, I mean, Rick's not my favourite character, but he does a great job. He does a fantastic job, and I just have not seen that for Kim Dickens. I've never, ever seen Kim Dickens give great acting scenes or good ability in scenes or whatnot. Nothing memorable. There was no scenes from Madison that I would watch back and go, wow, that was a great scene. In fact, there's scenes I would watch back and laugh at how bad she acted, whereas Rick Grimes, there's so many important and so many like classic Walking Dead moments that feature him, and a lot of the good moments are down to, in my opinion, Andrew Lincoln's acting ability. So there you go, guys. Madison Clark, I don't want to see her, but I think that she will likely appear. I think it makes sense for her to appear. I'd rather see Alicia appear. Maybe we could get both of them. Who knows? But let me know, out of the 10, who do you want to see appear the most, and which spin-off do you want them to be in? Is it The One Who Lives, or would you rather see some of these characters end up in Dead City or Daryl Dixon? Let us know in the comments below. We'll catch you in the next one, guys. Been Fog Entertainment. Thanks for watching, and peace.